here. I'm going to say hello to the Best Western people. All righty, everybody. Welcome to our Saturday morning walk around. We are on the north end of well, not all the way north, but we're on the north end of Fort Myers Beach, right next to the fabulous Best Western. We have a star-studded walk around to tell you about this morning. And we always like to, good morning, Sheila. We always like to make sure that you can hear us loud and clear. And if you can hear us, that's always a good thing. Otherwise, it's like watching a silent movie. And right now, I'd like to introduce you to the man of the island right here. Look at, he's got wild and crazy hair today, but...
I need a haircut.
The great Alex King, who's not only going to help us with our tour today, but he's sponsoring the walk around. So, Alex, it's good to see you. How are things going, and how's your lovely wife, by the way?
Well, thank you. My lovely wife is fantastic. She gets me fed and out here at 8 in the morning, so I'm a lucky guy. Things are really exciting. I mean, the past few weeks, we've seen a major movement of folks coming off the sidelines. But I think what's really more exciting is the redevelopment of the Gulffront cottages on the north end of Fort Myers Beach. And that's why we're over here in the 700 block. It's not like building a lair or Potter home. Mm-hmm. This has probably been one of the most challenging builds I could ever imagine. And because of that, we have one of the best builders on the island, Mark with Idle Construction.
First, for a little background, before Mark was just filling us in, but for a little background, folks, you're looking at an area of land that had 5 cottages on it. The storm came along, Hurricane Ian came along, and all 5 cottages were knocked into the drink across the street, or somewhere across the street. But right, Mark, so you know a little bit more about this.
Yeah, it goes back to the development of the pink shell. So as they were developing pink shell, there was all of these, probably a dozen or so cute little wood frame cottages that were on that property. And one of the conditions of them being able to develop pink shell was they said, we want to recapture those cottages. So they took these lots and divided them, and there's 4 or 5 of them up in the north end here. This one at the 700 block, another one at the 6 and 800 block, and they sprinkled these cottages out, and so these cottages were built in the 30s and 40s, and little wood frame cottages, and so there were 5 of them here, and of course Ian did what Ian did and pushed them off into the bay. I remember meeting Barry here shortly after the storm.
Barry's a property owner.
Barry's one of the property owners here. And there were just the sticks, just the foundation there, nothing else. With Heidi's lot over here, there was nothing at all left. But here we are in the DEP.
One second, Mark. I just want to make sure anybody that's new gets a little history of who you are and what Mark is from Idle Construction. If you mentioned that, I apologize for not remembering. But you're doing work all up and down the island. We've had walk-arounds down on the south end or mid-island, so let people know a little bit about Idle.
Idle Construction, we've been building here on the island for 25 years or so. Classically, it was conventional custom homes. After Hurricane Ian, we realized that if we were going to move the needle on trying to rebuild this island in any meaningful way, we had to try to do it a little bit differently. So after Ian, we pivoted to building using modular construction methods. So most of the house gets built in a factory up in Georgia. We build the foundations here, and what it allows us to do is really cut the construction time into less than half. We can deliver a house in 6 to 9 months, and cut the construction cost by 30%. 20 to 30%. And I remember when you and I did the first set, I think we were all there for the first set that we did down in Mid-Island, and the comments, because there's always comments, they're going to blow away, and who would invest in this? And I think that really, once we broke ground on these houses in the velocity zone, right on the beach, it proves that these houses are as robust as anything that you can build anywhere.
Yeah, was that hibiscus?
Jefferson.
Jefferson. So I challenge anyone to go down Jefferson and try and figure out which one is one of the homes that you brought down from South Carolina.
Georgia, South Georgia.
Which part of also the construction is that you build them inside so they're not out in the weather. They're not getting pummeled by the rain and the wind, and which There's something to that. I mean,
Right.
I don't know how much. but-
And in the factory, they can construct the entire home in about 21 days. So from the foundation line, in this case, about 21-foot elevation up, that house in the factory in 3 weeks, and it's done. And that's unprecedented, and that's done all the way to cabinets and countertops.
Yeah.
And so, we've drove piles here about a week ago. On Monday, the
So
concrete.
talk about that, Mark. Talk about how many. Because when Mike and Dawn told me how many pilings they had to put in for the whale over there, it was an insane amount, like 7,000 or something. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but it was a lot.
Right.
How many did you have to put in here?
So this house had about 18 pilings underneath it that drove about 8 foot deep. Out here on the beach, the soil conditions are actually pretty good. We drive these just so that if we do get another direct hit from an Ian, your foundation is way down into the ground. So then we'll pour some.
So there's 18 in
18
here
piles. They're all down below grade. I think you might see one in that little hole over there. But then we'll come up with concrete up to about the 21-foot elevation. And then we'll fly the house in, and then in about 90 days after we fly the house in, they'll be ready to move in.
Nice.
And so this one uniquely, Heidi, the homeowner, she just wanted to recreate what she had. So we took the old floor plan and we just copied it and
You
brought it
wanted
up
to have
space.
what the cottage looked like, but in a new home.
Yes.
So is
Right.
that something you rolled that out?
Well, so I
You wanna
rolled
show me
this out
something?
earlier because that one just did
Gotta
that.
see this.
But over here, Barry had another little small cottage, but he wanted something more out of it. And so, and I know that this stuff doesn't translate well, but what we're doing here is 4-bedroom.
Which one is Heidi's?
No, this is 4 different views of
Gotcha,
this
of
house.
Barry's house.
So of Barry's house. So we had to go and get a variance from the town because we doubled the size of the house.
Okay.
We had to get the setbacks modified and that sort of thing. But now here, this house is about 2,000 square feet under air, and all of that for right about $1 million in build cost. That, if you were to turn around and put that on the market tomorrow, would be a $3 million beachfront house.
How did the town work with you on the setbacks?
So, and I think, and I want to throw out a roll of appreciation to the town, because I think that a lot of people say permitting is hard, permitting is impossible, but these folks actually are doing a really good job. They really try hard. Everybody down there at the town wants to see the island rebuilt. And if you don't know the rules and that sort of thing, it can be frustrating, but they want it. So through the build back ordinance, it said that we could take the old existing footprint of the old existing house and then reuse that.
Sure.
And so this house will sit on the same footprint as the original.
So let me ask you, this lot is, I believe it's 89 by 72 by 53 by 51.
Yeah.
How in the world do you work with
That one there,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
dimensions
challenging.
like that?
It really is. And so in this case, we'll have 2 5-foot setbacks on these two east and west sides, and then about a 20 on the beach side. But the town, in order not to take away people's right to build, said you can have what you had before.
Sure.
Across the street over there was some apartments, and we went through the process with the town again.
Apartments over there?
Yeah. So over there, we're going to build 2 duplexes, so 4 apartment units over where my truck is there, and again in modular. And but all we had to do is prove to the town that's what we had before, and they gave us the permission to do it again. And so I think that the town is doing a great job in supporting rebuilding. Yeah.
Well, how about we introduce a homeowner, a landowner now, Sim Meyer.
Morning, Alex.
How you doing?
Ed? Yeah. Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
You just got to get it close.
Keep your close.
No, you turned it upside down. You get it out.
I was part of this little community here that got washed away with these 5 or 6 houses that we're talking about right here.
Which one was yours, Mark?
I had this one right here. Sim Mayer, Ed. And this was my lot, right? Is my lot.
Okay.
I had a beautiful little duplex on here, and it's a nice community, fantastic location. You got the golf view here. You got Times Square, 1,000 feet down the beach.
Sure.
It was a fantastic spot.
How long did you own the cottage that was on this
We
property?
owned that for all of 6 months.
Get out.
Yeah. 6 months. We had it remodeled, looking beautiful, and then Hurricane Ian came and washed it all away.
Where did you guys go during the storm?
We were in Michigan.
Okay. So what did you buy the cottage for, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, we wanted it for a personal resident and to rent it both.
Okay.
And that's what we were doing. And
The price was when you
was
bought it.
It was $1 million.
So you bought it for $1 million.
Yeah.
And when you come back the first time and you see what happened, what was here? What was left?
Well, there's a bunch of pilings and
Yeah.
a bunch of debris every place, broken glass, just all unimaginable debris like you have seen and documented. So we had the same thing. It was a big cleanup process. Everybody had the same thing here. Like you said, this is all a nice little community. Now, as you can see, it's all sand. So
Yeah.
it's all
So
gone.
the house, all 5 of the cottages are completely gone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's going to be a rebuild there,
Okay.
a rebuild here, and over there. But I would like to sell mine.
Oh, you want to sell right now?
Yeah, it's up for sale. Alex is.
Do you want to do an auction right now?
Yeah,
Or no?
yeah.
What is it? What do you got it priced as?
Well, it's $1.2 million, and I like to say, I've told Alex this many times. I see if you take like that. Traditionally, it's been thirds.
Mm-hmm.
If that was $3 million for that lot, this lot was $2 million. That lot was $1 million.
Correct.
Right. And right now, these lots are $3 million, and mine's marked down to $1.2 million.
So are they
So-
also for sale? Those two?
Well, actually, the one right in front is Royal Corinthians building a house.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. That's Vince. He's getting that one rebuilt by Royal Corinthian. And this one here is for sale.
Yep.
If you want to buy a beachfront, Alex, your man to talk to.
Yeah, 4.9 in that range.
Yeah.
But the real important thing is, on this lot here, you can build 2 stories above garage. And what are they building in front there?
That's a
Seth?
single story in front. So if you build a 2-story here, you should still have an ocean view right there.
Yeah.
Get it? How could they build a single story in that spot, Alex?
That's what he had. That's what he wanted to rebuild.
Yeah.
But don't you have to go up?
Well, we call it's a misnomer whether it's 3-story or 2-story.
Gotcha.
One over garage.
Cottage on the sand anymore.
Yeah, that one's going to be 1,580 square feet under air, 2,350 square feet overall. It looks like the folks bought that lot in 2004 for $127,000, but I'm not sure if that's entirely accurate or not. Maybe it was a transfer.
I don't know.
But that's what's going on, and it's got a huge deck on the front.
Yeah.
So I think whoever's going to build right here will go 2 stories up, maybe have a little rooftop deck. Mark, can we do rooftop decks up there?
Yeah, so what you can do, you cannot do an enclosed. As soon as you put a roof over it, it becomes a problem. But yeah, you can go up a 3rd floor and do an open deck, and we've done that a couple of
Can you
times
do
up
a
and down the
trellis?
beach. Yes, you just cannot do a roof. As soon as you put a roof on it, it changes the
Can you
building
have an
type.
elevator go all the way up?
No.
Okay.
It has to be stairs because you have to put a roof on the elevator.
Now
So the
can-
minute you put a roof on top of it, it becomes a 4th story, and that's not allowed.
Okay, so if you do a trellis, it's got to be open.
Yeah.
I thought at one time it was a 150 square feet maximum up top, or it can be the whole roof.
I'm not familiar with that
Okay.
piece. It might be to the deed restriction piece, but an open deck, an open widow's walk kind of space is absolutely a possibility here, and the views from there would be fantastic.
could you
already
imagine-
you can see
Yeah.
Sanibel from here.
Let's go stand on this and see what the view would be like from
Right.
Sim's buyer's new house.
Yeah, because you see over here, you've got that great view of Sanibel,
Yeah.
and the view back to Times Square.
Yeah.
Watch the sand spurs over
Yeah.
here.
This lot comes with the only palm tree in the area.
There you go. Yep.
This lot comes with the only palm tree in the area.
Is that a coconut palm?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Very dangerous.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
get killed
so,
under those.
So my famous line, like I like to say, if you compare this lot with that lot for 4 million. This
Yeah.
one here for 1.2.
Yeah.
In a way, you get your house for free.
I'm sorry.
So in a way, you get your house for
I'm not
free.
real good with math, but I'm trying to figure that out. No. So why are you deciding to sell? You just don't want to rebuild, or I mean?
Well, we have a house down on Fairweather that we love.
Oh, so you're not leaving the beach?
No.
Gotcha.
No,
All right.
no.
That's good to know.
So I'm going to have to let somebody else do it.
Yeah.
So, but it's a fantastic location,
For sure.
nice lot.
Sure. Yeah.
And Mark can set you right up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
But not for free.
Yeah. So, Mark,
Well, if you're not paying for it, you can.
Right, there you go.
so
Yes.
how deep do you have to do the pilings in the ground? In the ground.
Yeah, so actually, the soil conditions here are actually really good. The soil conditions are better here on the beach than they are back in the bayside.
No kidding.
Those pilings were only 10 feet long. But back in the south end, we did one where we had to do 60-foot long pilings.
Yes.
So, and if you think about it, the reason the beach is here is because this is where the rock is, the underlying foundation. If there wasn't rock here, the beach wouldn't be here.
Well said.
So, millenniums ago, there was a rock formation here that created the beach. And so that creates the foundation for these new houses.
No kidding.
Yeah, yeah. And so, the foundations, and we've said this before, today's houses built to today's building code, these will be here for 100 years. The next Ian will just wash past them and will clean them up. You go up and down this beach and you see the new houses that were built to the new building code, and they all survived Hurricane Ian well. The houses we lost, which is tragic. I mean, these houses built in the 30s, they were on borrowed time from day one. And so many of those old houses, and I hated to see them to lose them because they were a big part of the character of the island, but they were all living on borrowed time. But when you build to today's building code, these houses are going to be here for 100 years.
Well, imagine what it's going to look like a year from now, year and a half from now, with these colorful cottages. We got 3 here, 4, 5, 6 going up, and we'll have a 7 with the new buyer for this one.
Right.
But it's going to be a whole new gorgeous development.
Well, and I mentioned this to Ed before we went online. I think the difference when people return to the island this season, the real difference is going to be that the last season and the season before, it was still destruction and debris and despair. And when I drive up and down this island, I'm a very optimistic guy, anybody that knows me, but what I see here is progress and houses going in and houses getting fixed up and the island coming back. And that's a part that's really exciting that's why you do this, and this is why Alex does this. When we're done here, I want to look back and say we made a meaningful change in rebuilding this island. And it's happening. I mean, we've got, I think, between Fort Myers Beach and Bonita, 10 houses underway right now today, 6 in permitting, another 6 or 8 in design, and really starting to move that needle in rebuilding the island.
How often are you setting houses?
So, and we've been at this, and I've said this in previous interviews. We wanted to get to the point where we were breaking ground on a house every 2 weeks. Yeah. And we are finally at that process. We have finally made it to that point where, and it's not maybe a perfect every 2 weeks, but with the throughput that we have, we are generally starting a house every 2 weeks.
Okay.
We drove pilings on this about 2 weeks ago. The concrete guys will be here Monday. That one over there, Barry's house, is in final throes of permitting. We'll break ground on that one soon. We got another one about 2 blocks up. Over in the corner, we've got the duplexes. And so I think people are going to see a very different island. And then, there's been a lot of people sitting on their hands waiting and saying, maybe next season, the market's not right. And so anybody that watched the Federal Reserve yesterday, interest rates are going down.
Yep.
I think that we're going to see mortgage rates starting to drop, And I said to Alex this morning, rates are going down and houses are going up.
This is the time. I mean, you always look at these curves like this, and about the past 3 weeks, I thought I was working on projects in my office. I had to drop everything. We have been buried. People are pouring in the island, and they want new construction. They want brand new construction. So the curve is right here. I say by December it's up here. I would come in and grab it now. But here's the other interesting thing. We are running out of spec homes. Okay? Built since 2022. As far as waterfront or canal front spec homes, we've got 2 under 3 million. That's all. Now, I don't know how many of these lots have been sold this year and last year, but majority of them are for homeowners or investors.
Yeah.
And most of the ones sold this year, I think it's 13 out of 19 are on weekly rental streets. Those are investors. And only 2 were sold on the canal.
And the investors are doing very well with those homes. I mean, we've seen it with some of the ones that we've finished that have put them on the rental market, and they are literally booked constantly, week after week after week, full occupancy as far out as you can see. And that's a great investment for people because not only do you get the cash flow of the rental, but you're going to get the appreciation. Think about what this island is going to look like 5, 10, 15 years from now. But before Ian, the average house was 50 years old on this island. 10 years from now, the average house is going to be 10 or 15 years old on this island. And so while it's sad to see all the old stuff go, and I miss it, this island is going to look so much different in 5, 10 years from now.
That's what we're hearing. I mean, now people are coming back for the 3rd or 4th or 5th time. They're driving down the boulevard. They see all these colorful homes. There's a purple one on Jefferson or something.
On Mid-Island.
Mid-Island, yes. There you go.
Yeah, that's ours. You can't miss that purple house.
But we love all colors here.
Yep.
We got coral, we got teal, we got mint, we got white, we got blue. But that's what makes it so exciting.
You just look across the street and see the different colors.
Right, all those colors down the road there.
If I may step in to what Mark was saying here, the investors are doing very well. Like, for example, this lot here, which is, I got a little personal interest here.
Right.
But, so 1.2, so Alex can verify if you build a house on here for $800 to $1 million.
$1 million, yep.
So you got 2 into it. What is the value of it at that point, Alex?
On the gold front here?
Yeah.
That's a $3 million house all day long.
All day long.
All day long.
$3 million then,
Yeah.
yeah.
3 million.
So it's a fantastic opportunity for investors.
Yeah.
So, and so anyway, just wanted to.
Yeah, no, and it is the way that the new island is going to come back out of the ashes.
Mark, let me ask you this: if people are watching and they want to find out more information about the houses, how you do it, where they can get in touch with you, if they're thinking about rebuilding, where do you send them?
Yeah, so idleconstruction.com is an easy Google search. But if you're here, we have a wonderful model down at 121 Mid-Island Drive. Yeah, we still have it. We've got that booked for at least a year. We're gonna stay in that one, and we're open every day but Thursdays and Saturdays from 10 to 4. Diana's down there hosting the model. I love it. I was there at the model the other day, and we're just sitting. Diana and I sitting talking, and the door opens up, and somebody walks in, and they don't knock, and they don't. There's no tentativeness, and it's Alex and a group of his people. And I said to Alex after he came in, I said, "That's exactly what I want. I want every one of these realtors, every one of his people, everybody on the island, come on in.
Yeah.
Don't knock. Don't set an appointment. Come on in. See what we're doing." And particularly now that we've been a couple of years doing this, I want to shout out to the whole team. I mean, when we started this, the first year was a little awkward. We had storm chasers and that sort of thing. But all the way from the people at the town doing the permitting to my people inside and outside doing design, to the whole team, my subcontractors, I've got the best team I have ever had in my 30 years of building right now, because every one of them sees that the mission is not only to build houses but to rebuild the island.
Last question for you, Mark. When will Heidi cut the ribbon on her house? What is the tentative date where she's going to be in her house?
We're
going to
gonna
hold you to it too, bro.
Okay. Yeah. No, we're going to have them in probably in January. We've got one up the street that we're going for a December occupancy, but we think that we'll have her in for season for January.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. And with only pilings here today.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mark. Any final thoughts, Alex, about anything, or did
Yes.
you miss anything? Or
No, I think it's a call to action. Before the interest rate speech yesterday, I've been doing a call to action the past few weeks. This is the best time. And what's even more important, you're 1,000 miles away, you're 2,000 miles away. How am I going to buy a lot and build a house? Well, guess what? You got people like Mark, you got myself, you got our teams. We're your boots on the ground. You wonder about what's happening to your house? I go shoot a picture of it. Where does it stand? So it's come on down, join the rest of us. I bought 3 lots. I built 2 houses. I got skin in the game.
Yeah.
I'm not just a salesman. Alex King Group, Premier Plus Realty.
Thanks, Alex. Thank you to everybody for watching. Thank you to Mark. Thank you to Sim, and his lot is for sale for $900,000.
1,199,000.
Is it 1 million?
1,199,000.
All right, and you can get in contact with Alex if you're interested in this lot right here on the beach. And all right, there you go, everybody.
Yeah,
we'll
we're
see
going to
you,
elevate that sign here.
We'll see you at 11 o'clock at La Di Da for our show today. Mark from Stevens Construction is on, so even more building information coming at you this morning at 11 o'clock at La Di Da. Thank you all for tuning in, and thanks to Alex for sponsoring his and our walk around this morning. Bye-bye.